It was your first time. You guys did the best job possible. Went over several times.
Yes.
But the customer still hit you back up.
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. All right, guys. It's Joel and Sal back with details. Today we're going to talk about the horse trailer detail. We had a few nights to sleep on it, and you guys have seen the video, the full video of the whole experience. So after we've had some time to really sink in and think about the process and how much work it was, we're going to give you a little bit more insight on what actually happened behind the scenes.
So, how do you find this customer?
This customer was a client of ours already. We do their monthly services. They live on a farm, and we take care of their work trucks as well as their personal vehicles. So,
they have horses?
Yes. Well, their daughter rides competitively. She just started riding competitively, so they're going to be touring with the horse, and they just purchased the trailer.
And she just hit you up and said, "Hey, can you detail this?" Or how did that go?
Yeah. So during the negotiation of the sale of the trailer, the previous owner had offered to have it detailed by their detailer, but our client said, "No, I don't want anybody touching it unless it's our detailer." So she sent me pictures. She was looking at two different trailers. The first one was a little bit more beat up than this one, but this one that we did, the interior was a lot more work, and just overall, it is a lot of work that we came to find out.
Did you know what you were expecting?
I have done trailers in the past, but never an animal or livestock, transport trailer. So there was some things that were very new to me, some materials that were very new to me, and there was some that were a little bit more on the familiar side.
Talk about something that caught you off guard, something that you didn't really know what to do with.
So a lot of the aluminum on the interior, and also the window trimmings were all aluminum as well. And those really, those guys really, they're sealed airtight. So they have a lot of different components to them. So those were extremely difficult to, and then they also had screens. So those probably took us about 2 or 3 rounds to remove everything from, because things channeled and kind of stayed in those areas.
All right, Sal, what's something that you just weren't feeling about this trailer? How dirty, how big, the different types of metals in it?
It had to be all the compartments. When you work on a truck or a car, you're familiar with how the inside, the outside of the car is. Horse trailer, a whole new dynamic. You got different holes, different areas that move. So it was really hard to dial in to say, did you miss anything? So we kept going back and revisiting stuff that we thought that we took care of. That was frustrating.
Got you. Yeah. And Joel, how long did this job take you?
This job took us close to 8 hours. Yeah, because once we thought we were done, there was other sections that we had noticed. Maybe there was a little bit of water runoff or drainage or something that you didn't account for at the beginning. So we had to go through, take care of those. And then also once we figured, it's almost like we did one detail first. And then once we figured out the mechanics of the trailer, how things moved and operated, then we had to go back and detail those sections again as well. So that's on top of just the normal detailing day to day that we usually do.
Did it get dark? Or
it didn't get dark on us. We started at about 7 o'clock, between 7 and 7:30, but we were videotaping as well. So of course that takes a little bit of time, and everything on every surface of that vehicle, interior or exterior, both areas were washed multiple times. They were exfoliated multiple times. It was, just a simple wash multiple times. We polished metal as well as the fiberglass and the windows, so it was pretty time consuming.
Now, it was your first time. You guys did the best job possible. Went over several times.
Yes.
But the customer still hit you back up.
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. So there was areas where we always like, whenever we're doing a specialty job, a bow, a trailer, any kind of mobile home, anything like that, we always try to do a walkthrough inspection with the clients after the details finished up. obviously the one of the parents was at practice, with the horse, and then the other parent was actually working on the farm. So nobody was there to inspect the work after. So later on that evening, the husband came home, did an inspection, walked through, and pointed out a few areas. So we did return the following day to kind of follow up on things and make sure that we left it. It's part of our service. We have a guarantee with all of our work, so we have ongoing support. So we wanted to make sure that they were happy, they were getting their value, and we were upholding our end as well. So
got you, man. Now, looking back, what would you have done differently?
So Sal actually brought up a good point. Whenever we do specialty work of this magnitude, he actually gave us a good just basically just a good protocol that we should follow from now on, which I'll let him kind of explain.
So we were working on that trailer for 8 hours. So anytime you look at something for 8 hours that long, we figure that there's going to be some things that just look like it's normal. So we just say, hey, when we schedule these things in the future, let's let the client know this is going to be a two-day job. We're gonna knock out all the big stuff on the first go round. Second day is cleanup. We're gonna come back, do a double inspection with you, follow up, and that way we don't miss anything. We're just gonna make that part of the routine. Something like that's gonna take 2 days.
Got it. And how much would you have charged for something like this?
Well, the pricing is based on the hourly rate as well as the size of the vehicle, and then also the expertise that gets involved in it. So something of this magnitude would have a starting price of X amount of dollars, and it could, depending on how many days and how long it takes, what type of materials it's made out of, if it's fiberglass, if it's automotive paint, if it's stainless steel, if it's aluminum, chrome, all those things are going to play into the factor. So it all depends, but you're definitely looking at, you're looking at a 4-figure, amount easily starting price. So it's, this is specialty work. It's not something we're doing every day, so probably, the work that goes into it, I would probably say it's probably the equivalent to about maybe 10 regular details, 10 standard details, with nothing out of the ordinary. So, and then on top of that, you're dealing with, small mechanical parts that you're not accustomed to. So the more we do understand these mechanics, obviously, the faster we can get and the more efficient we can be. But if you're looking for expertise to the level, everybody knows the level of service that we bring and the level of results and the outcomes that we provide. So if you're looking for that on that type of vehicle, there's gonna be a premium attached to that, because we're putting in all the time, the best techniques, to get the best outcome for you. All right, guys, so that was the recap on the horse trailer. I hope you guys got a little bit of insight. So if you do take on a job like this, things to look for. It's a lot of work. I would definitely recommend a team, split it up in days if possible, and really communicate with that client. Let that client know what to expect, what they can get from you, and then also have them prepare on their end to make sure that they're understanding what it is going to entail from your part and anything they need to do beforehand. So if you guys have had any specialty work that's out of the ordinary that you guys would like to share, or we would love to hear about it. So please drop them in the comments below.
Yes.
Let us know your experience and let us know what you did, how you handled it, and how your outcome was. Again, if you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's get this channel big, guys. And we'll see you guys on the next one. So from Sal and Joel, we'll see you guys next time.